Okay, so this part is potentially a bit confusing in the pattern. The video will help you. So what I am doing is now casting off stitches and keeping stitches on hold for the straps of the Eco Tote. So just cast off in stitch seed or just in plain knit, whatever you prefer. And when you've cast off your first 10 stitches, you'll find obviously you've got one stitch left on your needle. So the next 10 are our strap. So for those, we are going to count that as our first stitch, and then just follow the seed stitch pattern for 10 stitches for our first strap. So that's just our knit and purl. How many is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 2 more for my bag strap. There we go. And now I'm ready to cast off the section in between the straps, which is 20 stitches in this case. So to do that, I actually have to knit or seed stitch another 2 stitches in order to be able to cast off one. So knit an extra 2 and then start casting off. So that's our first stitch cast off. So we've still got the 10 on hold back here, and now we are just casting off. So if you're doing the Kitchener stitch option, you will just repeat this around the perimeter of your bag, and oops, I better not lose count. So once again, I will cast off my 20 in between the straps like I have back here, and then I will have one stitch left on my needle, which I will count as my first stitch of the 10 strap stitches, so they will be just seed stitch. So then what you'll end up with, as you can see back here, is the strap stitches all still live on your needle. And I will just continue on and finish this round. If you are doing the option of casting off and hand stitching the other end of your straps, then what you will do is go halfway as I have, and then cast off the other half of your stitches. So you will do your initial cast off, and then your first bag strap of 10, and then your next cast off of 20, and then your next bag strap of 10. So leave those on hold, and then you will cast off the rest of your stitches and come back and just pick up those 2, one strap at a time, pick up those first 10, knit that strap fully and attach it to the opposite side, and same with your other bag stitches. So I am going to do the Kitchener stitch option, so I am just casting off the first 10 bag strap, holding those 10 stitches, casting off the middle 20, holding the next 10 stitches, casting off the next 20, holding the next 10 stitches. So I'm repeating that around my bag so that I end up with 4 sets of 10 strap stitches on hold, and in between all of those are cast off stitches, and then we come back and start knitting our straps. So I will show you that next. Okay, I have my last 10 bag strap stitches on hold on hold there, so I'm just casting off the last 10. So in order to do that, as I said before, we need to knit another 2 in order to cast off the first stitch. So I've knit an extra 2, and now I am casting off the first one, and I am going to cast off back to my beginning of round, and then we will be ready to start knitting the straps. Okay, I have finished the last cast off and I'm down to 1 stitch, so I am just going to finish that cast off. I've snipped the yarn and just threading that through the last stitch. And now we are ready to start our first strap. So what I'm going to do first is, okay, we don't need the beginning of round marker anymore, is I'm going to work on these first 10 here on the needle. So I'm going to go and just put the other bag strap stitches onto waste yarn so that I can just knit back and forth on those 10. So to do that, I have thread some waste yarn and I'm just going to slip those off. So we're just going to work on the one strap at a time. Okay, just thread that through. And how we attach the straps is up to you. I like to knit the strap and then attach to the same, on the same side. So you know where we started, on the side, on our beginning of round, which is at the side of our bag. And then I've got my other live stitches here. So I'm going to knit that strap on the same side and attach it to those 10 on that side and do the same on the opposite side of the bag. I've just found that is kind of how most bags work. The straps are attached on the same side of the bag. So that's the way I'm doing it too. So I'll put all of these other bags strap stitches on hold and then just work on those, and then come back and rejoin to the opposite side, 10 bag stitches on the opposite side, and knit that strap. So we're just knitting 2 straps and then attaching to the other side of our bag. Okay, I now have 3 sets of the strap stitches on waste yarn, so I can rejoin the yarn when I've finished my first strap to one of those, and I've got my first strap on the needle, so I'm ready now to rejoin the yarn and knit seed stitch straps. That's quite hard to say. So I am joining on the right side. My first stitch is going to be a knit stitch and just attaching the yarn there. And of course we're knitting flat now that we're doing the straps, and just 10 stitches. How easy is that? So away we go, and knitting back and forth until we have our straps made. And you can see how to attach them in the next video. So I am doing seed stitch and I am coming to the end of my first row, turning to the wrong side and seed stitch back. So I am doing purl 1, knit 1 to go back, and it's as simple as that.